Welcome to Little Bracket of Horrors, the pod that puts a fight in fright. It's bracket time.
You know what that sound is?
We all have paperwork for once instead of just me.
Yes, we do.
So I don't feel alone. Hey,
There you go.
we're all at the news desk. Awesome. So welcome to Little Bracket of Horrors, everyone. I'm Derek.
I'm Shelly.
And I'm Matt.
And today we are getting into the Deathmatch tournament for the second season of the pod. So this is super exciting. How have you guys been?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Anything scary happened to you?
Nope.
Nope. Perfect.
For once, I don't even think I've watched. I mean, I'm watching Squid Games, the series, which is a little. It's not as scary. I wouldn't even call the original series scary. It was more like alarming that people died and stuff and the way they died. But
slightly violent.
Yeah, violence
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, I don't think I've been watching anything scary lately. I went to Tennessee for a few days.
Oh, cool.
Noise.
Yes.
Noise.
Tennessee this time of the year is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yes.
Not
That's
too
awesome.
cold.
Yeah.
Not too hot.
Yeah. Just right.
Just right.
No snow. I prefer no snow.
Oh, no snow.
No snow.
No snow.
Even now, were you up in the mountains then, I take it?
Knoxville,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge.
Yep.
And then 2 days in Nashville. Kind of 2 days.
Ooh,
Maybe
you
like
went to
1.5
Nashville.
hours. Yeah.
Jelly.
Yeah.
See, I love music.
Well, they call them honky tonks
I
down
don't
there.
care.
They call them honky
yeah.
tonks.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
It's just, you have to be into like drinking and going to bars and listening to live music, which I don't. I do like.
Yeah.
But this is a lot of country music, which I don't know.
Yes.
And I don't dance, and they were very crowded.
Okay.
I prefer like when we were at we all went to Matt's gig a week or so ago.
Yeah.
The night before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Me, Carrie, Derek's wife, Carrie, and my sister, and my mom and dad, and
Yeah.
Matt's
Great.
wife and
Yeah.
mother-in-law and father-in-law. Everybody was there.
The whole crew.
The whole crew except Derek.
Yep.
Not Derek.
That's normal. That's normal.
Not Derek.
That's normal.
I
Shelly, I
prefer
think
that
you've
kind of
gone to more
atmosphere.
gigs than Derek's gone to.
Maybe.
No, I know.
My parents have
Are
been
you
to more
keeping
gigs
score?
than all of
Oh,
us.
yeah. yes.
My parents have kind of followed you
was-
around now.
Yes. Yeah.
They're awesome.
But yeah, so I prefer that
Yeah.
kind of like live music, bar
Yeah.
drinking atmosphere where it's chill. And you can still have conversations with the people around you.
Yeah.
It was so loud in these places, and they were enclosed, and like they kind of smelled like weed. So
that's weird.
Yeah. So like we went into one, and like I got a video and I left.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
Nashville hot chicken all day. I love
Yeah.
that part of it. But
Yeah.
I just it was cool seeing honky tonks. It is true that I've never seen like anything like it before, where it's just a whole street of bars with live music. Like every bar had a live musician in it, at least 20.
A lot of those players, they're not being paid. Like they're
busking.
They're
They're playing for tips.
They're playing to try to make a name.
Down to the airport. I was
Right.
sitting in the airport having a slice of pizza, and the restaurant next to it had live musicians. There was 2 or 3 restaurants in the terminal
Wow.
with live musicians.
Wow, that's awesome.
So that
That's so
if you're
cool.
into it, you would like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
that's
only
super
need
cool.
like 2 days,
Yeah.
unless
Well,
you're want to do more.
Yeah.
Nashville is a smaller city, though.
Yeah,
right?
it was
not too much to
see.
explore.
In the inner city. Like you
Yes,
can go
itself.
into east and west and
Yeah.
north, all around.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
cool.
I go back and forth. Well, maybe not so much. I'd rather go to Nashville, but I'd love to go to New Orleans and just check out that
I prefer
music
New
scene.
Orleans.
Really?
Yeah.
I like New
Okay.
Orleans. I've been
Yeah.
a couple times. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I've not been to either one of those.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere.
New Orleans
Somewhere
is
down
just
the road.
super cool.
Yeah.
Love New Orleans.
It's more historic.
It's got a vibe.
Nashville doesn't have like that historic vibe to it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, it does not.
One of these days.
Right.
One of these days. Yeah.
You'll make
These
it happen.
days.
Yes.
Sure.
You'll get there. Yeah. You guys, you ready to get into the bracket?
Well, you went and saw Thanksgiving.
I
We
did.
didn't talk about that.
Let us do a spoiler-free, quick little. So Shelly and I both went separately.
Yeah.
But you went on Thanksgiving Day,
I
right?
went on Thanksgiving
Which
Day.
is fucking awesome.
It was cool with my mom and dad.
Yeah, and I went the
Again.
following weekend. But yeah, tell me your thoughts on it.
No notes.
Yeah.
It was almost perfect.
Uh-huh.
It was. Is this? Oh, people will get mad. It's
Okay.
almost like when you saw the first Scream,
I
where
had this, yeah.
it was a good little who's the killer kind of mystery. Fun, amazing kills.
So good,
cool.
the kills.
So fun, the kills in that movie.
Yeah. That first one,
Oh my god.
the lady from the diner.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I was tickled pink.
And then I was sitting there and like I don't think everyone got the joke the next day where they found her.
Yes.
Where it was
yeah, where she
I'll
was
just say half
left.
off.
Yes.
But I said that I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, I get it now. I was like, I cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would give it 5 stabs.
Yeah.
I think
wow.
it opens it up for a franchise.
Oh.
Which Eli Roth hasn't led a franchise charge in a while, so I'm here for it.
I know. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this is an annual Thanksgiving movie that drops. I did see, I think on Bloody Disgusting, that he's signed on to
For a
to
second
one already.
But don't rush it.
Yeah, do it right.
I can watch the first one
yeah,
for a couple years before you give me another one.
let's do it right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You had to watch it, Matt.
yeah,
I will.
Matt.
You did.
I definitely will.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you totally had Scream vibes, I agree 100%. As soon as I left, I went with my buddy Brian, and I was like, dude, that was like Scream. It was like a whodunit, and you're like, there's a couple different like nods. It could be that guy or this guy, but yeah,
They lead you. Yeah, and it I don't know. Scream was the first slasher film, like scary guy movie that came out since like the 80s, where you're like, this is new and it's fresh. And did Thanksgiving, I wouldn't say fresh,
Yeah.
but it was new.
yeah,
And it
was
was
something a little different.
Right.
Yeah.
And the way they set it up with this town where they celebrate, Thanksgiving's origins and like they give out masks and it was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's got a good look, great kills,
Oh my gosh.
solid
Oh
story.
my gosh. The parade kills. Oh my
Yes.
God.
I know.
Ugh.
I need you to go see it.
Oh, I
Matt.
will. I'll
Yeah,
check it
just so
out.
we can talk to you freely about it. It was
Yeah.
my phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got scared.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's like
But
you're in the
thanks,
movie.
Thanksgiving, I'd probably give it 4.5. It was just a ton of fun. It was great in the theater. I think if you go see a movie
Oh, yeah.
in a
Yeah.
theater, definitely go see this around this time.
Take Daniel. He'll love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, do take
I could do
Daniel.
that,
I
sure.
think he would dig
It's
it.
not super like scary, like boo scary.
It's not like inappropriate. It's brutal, but I mean,
I jumped a couple times.
didn't he watch Brain Dead anyway, Daniel? I felt like he
think
watched
he-
Brain
He
Dead.
watched The
think he
Haunting of
did.
Deborah Logan. I think he can watch things.
Yeah, he watched
Okay.
that, but I think he did watch Brain Dead. He watched something like that.
He watched something
too.
that we had some pretty.
You know what it was? I
horrific.
think it was Brain Dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think
He'd be
Yeah.
fine.
he's ready.
I mean, but it was literally like I audibly gasped. I don't know if you like a couple of kills. I was like, oh,
That first one,
Yeah.
which I referenced, that one I was like, oh shit! Like I didn't know how like heavy. I mean, it's Eli Roth. We've
Yeah.
seen what he can do, but I didn't know
It
if
was
we were
good.
gonna get full Eli Roth in this. So you get Eli Roth in this film. So
Yeah.
if you're into that, go check it out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
All
All
right.
right.
Here we are. The bracket. Everyone's got their paperwork. All right, so let's kick this off with our first battle on the left-hand side, which at the top is Cooties versus Suspiria. So, Shelly, take it away.
I don't know. I feel like I'm partial. It's gonna be hard because I had movie picks this year, whereas
Yes.
last year I didn't. So,
Uh-huh.
and I tried to be really subjective or
Yes.
objective, where I was like, don't pick it just because it's your movie, right?
Yeah.
So, but I just didn't really like Suspiria.
Yeah.
And if I had to pick between Cooties and Suspiria, I'm gonna go Cooties all day.
Cooties all
Yeah.
day.
Just because it. I mean they're so far apart too. Like
Yeah,
if I were
exactly,
to put
it's tough.
Suspiria up against several other things, it could win. It could
Yeah.
win against Cammy. It could win against Rabbit.
Damn it.
I think it might win against Puppet Master, but
I would agree.
Cooties, I just can't.
It's how it landed on the bracket that it might
Yeah.
be dipping out
Yeah.
early. It's just how it is.
It's making an early departure.
yeah. Maybe sooner than it should, but
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I picked Cooties.
okay, cool. Matt, what do you got?
I'm gonna have to agree with Shelley.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
just remember watching Suspiria and I was like, I just don't really care for this movie.
Yeah.
Cooties was funny.
Yeah.
So it brought me a lot more joy than Suspiria. So I mean, yeah,
You know, like
that's pretty much it. Yeah.
The visuals in the Goblin soundtrack as much as the fun
yeah.
of Cooties.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about Cooties after we watched it. Like it kept coming up.
Right.
Yeah, it was
right.
referenced quite a bit. Lee Warnell's character, I forget, he was the science teacher.
Yeah.
Our favorite.
I know,
Yeah.
he was just hilarious. But so for me, I'll jump into mine. I actually had Suspiria moving on, but it was fine margins. I used this word last year, but it was fine margins. You know, I thought that Suspiria was scarier. Obviously, I thought the writing for Cooties was amazing. The dialogue was great. Just the funny lines in it were stupendous. But yeah, I'm cool with Suspiria.
Well, are we
dropping off
taking
here.
fan brackets into consideration here to put votes in?
Okay, so what do we have?
Because we do have 2 fan brackets, one from Sherry F and
Yeah,
one
let's
from
bring it
Brian
in.
F.
Yeah, bring them on in.
Absolutely.
And they both went Suspiria.
Oh,
Really?
so that's a
I don't know
3
if that
versus 2.
I mean, if you really want to look at it from
If we're including
fan-
them, I mean, we have to include them if that's what we're doing. Then their vote
Okay.
counts.
So
but I don't know if you
Suspiria
guys
it
want to
is.
do that.
Yeah,
We
let's
can
do
I'm
it.
down. I'm down.
This
So-
I think this whole season we've been about including the fans more. We had some fan submissions
Yeah.
and they came and recorded with us. So I
So
like
this
the idea.
This goes into the next season. So
Yeah, let's do
you know,
this.
everybody
Submit your
join in.
brackets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Submit your brackets.
Absolutely.
You can have a voice too.
Exactly. So we
That's what
got
we're all about, right?
Suspiria moving on against
Wow.
Cooties. Wow.
That just changed it.
I know. And
So
I
much
gotta
for
be
a 3 vote.
I got to be honest with you guys. I was looking at my list today.
That's
I could
cool,
see
though.
myself wavering on choices I made. There's like 7
Yeah.
films on this that
Yeah.
I'm cool if this wins. So this is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into our next battle on the left-hand side, which is Hell House LLC versus Shaun of the Dead.
Am I kicking this one
Yeah, kick it off again. I mean,
they're both my picks.
yeah.
So I had a lot of picks come up on the wheel. Thank you, Almighty Wheel.
Yes.
Because my thoughts on House of a Thousand Corpses changed from this rewatch in this bracket. But Shaun of the Dead, man,
Yeah.
holds strong. And I guess it's no surprise that I
Yeah.
picked Shaun of the Dead.
Hell yeah. Matt, what about I should I even
Yeah,
ask?
don't even ask. Yeah,
I mean-
yeah, it's Shaun of the Dead all the way. I mean, no question.
Which may be a surprise to you guys. I actually had Shaun of the Dead moving forward in front of Hell House LLC. I know I gave it like a 3.5 or whatever, but I just think the writing on it was amazing. I thought Hell House was definitely scarier because that was the criteria I went with. I was like, which had better writing? That was the first one.
I said House of a Thousand Corpses. I'm getting confused because they're both house games.
They're
Oh.
right next to each other.
Oh, I see what you're
got
saying.
you.
I'm still picking Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They're right side.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either
Just
way,
use
same.
that snippet for my next argument.
Boom. Done.
Sorry, guys.
Done.
But yeah, I had the same criteria from last year, which was which one had the better story writing, and then after that I was like, which was scarier, and then if there was 1 versus 1, then I went to which one I would watch sooner. I still had Shaun of the Dead moving forward because even though I enjoyed Hell House LLC, I still feel like I would watch Shaun before I watched Hell House LLC. So I had it moving forward. How about our guests?
Our
Or
fans, Sherry F and Brian M. Sean swept it.
Sean swept.
Everybody picked
Clean
Sean.
sweep.
Nice.
Nice. Good job, Sean.
So we got Shaun of the Dead moving
Shaun
forward.
of the Dead. All right, moving back to the top.
Well, let's switch it around now. So why don't we just go around the table?
Uh-huh.
So I'll go next then. Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll just
Up
switch
next,
it
we
around.
have American Psycho versus Suspiria back at the top on the left-hand side.
So right away, I mean, American Psycho.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, again, all the qualities in a movie, a horror movie for me,
Yeah.
that I want is right there.
Mm-hmm.
So absolutely, yep.
Shelley.
Why don't you go? It's your
Okay.
turn.
So I'm looking at my list, and I had Suspiria moving on. So Suspiria I'd watched before American Psycho. I like Suspiria, even though it was creepy, I didn't really find it that scary. It has a really cool vibe to it. I think that's the biggest thing that I love about the film. But I still think American Psycho is scarier. As I'm sitting here and looking at it, it's only because I would rewatch it first. I still think like the writing for American Psycho is better, and I think it's a scarier film than Suspiria. I'm going American Psycho.
I picked American Psycho.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because I originally didn't. But I had American Psycho beating Cooties.
Oh, yes,
We
that's
still
right.
had
Yes.
it.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
but
same.
if I put American Psycho up against Suspiria, I'm still gonna pick.
Oh,
American
yeah.
Psycho.
Absolutely.
So, just because it's the better film, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
No, it's
just
fair.
Suspiria just had so many questions. Well, so did American Psycho. If you looked at both of them,
The very ending,
they
yeah.
both had very open ends
Mm-hmm.
at the end there. But acting, overall theme, music, I'm gonna pick American Psycho.
Yes.
Now, if we could turn to our fans, we have one American Psycho and one Suspiria. So
Ooh.
American Psycho would still
win.
win
Still win.
3-2.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't falter on my original
Right.
thought. Yeah.
If you kept Suspiria.
Yeah. Okay. So numbers rule. So it looks like American Psycho.
Yep.
Moving forward.
Moving forward.
All right. Next up, we got Malignant versus Friday the 13th Part 2.
Kick it off, Derek.
All right. So for this one, obviously, the writing, I think Malignant is just such a cool idea. The tumor brother coming back and being just like this murderous entity. I don't think you can really compare Friday the 13th Part 2 to that. Scarier was Malignant, and then watch again Malignant. Malignant took it all for me. I enjoyed Friday the 13th Part 2, but I mean, Malignant was just a ton of fun. Really enjoyed what James Wan did with this film, all up until the very end. But regardless, Malignant's moving on for me. What about you, Matt?
So I chose Friday the 13th.
Ooh.
Only because, and I
interesting.
mean, I did like Malignant because I am like, I'm into Kung Fu and all this crazy shit.
That's
that,
right.
That the stunt actor was doing was amazing.
And all backwards.
You mean the tumor? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But so the first Friday the 13th was good, but I thought they stepped their game up completely.
That's
with
right,
2.
yeah.
So I had to throw it to Friday the 13th Part 2. I liked it more. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
no.
I was more entertained by it. So,
Yeah, whatever
yeah.
whatever makes it win for you is
Yeah.
what it is. What about you,
And I'm
Shelley?
sticking with mine, by the way.
No, that's
I'm
good.
not changing on the fly.
You're ironclad with it. I love it.
So if I were to put Friday the 13th up against Friday the 13th Part 2,
Mm-hmm.
Part 2, I 100% agree with Matt. The second one was yards better than the original. I enjoyed it so much better. Malignant was something I'd never seen before. Again, when I go into a horror movie, I like to see something fresh, new, exciting. That's what gets me like, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I get it. The Friday 13.2 is from the 80s, so obviously, or 70s maybe even. I don't know.
Oh,
I can't remember.
I think it was 80s.
Mid.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Anyways, so like it's hard for it to like stick for me because it is an older movie and I didn't watch them back in the day. So like they are first time viewings, but they're not like anything that I'm like, oh my gosh, mind blown.
Mm-hmm.
So I did give it to Malignant.
Okay.
I really liked the overall like cinematography, although I didn't love the above the head shots. It didn't make me
Right,
any
right.
sense. But
Yeah,
remember
we had
that.
some of those.
I like the storyline. The little twist of it was I don't know. What was it? Its name was like Julian or something.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
That's right.
The murderous tumor. His little arms. Remember when we saw him? Oh, he's so
died.
cute.
I can't.
That jail scene.
Yeah.
That was so fucking cool when
The fight sequences were
Yes.
really,
Yeah.
really good.
It
So I
was.
did give it a
Choreography.
Malignant.
Yeah.
Malignant.
Malignant.
What about fans? Let's see.
So Sherry F gave it to Malignant as well.
Okay.
And Brian did give it to Friday Part
Oh,
2.
thank you, Brian.
There you go, Brian.
So we've got a 3-2
Yes.
win for Malignant there.
Numbers rule.
And again, this is one where I was like, oh, I really
tight,
like
yeah.
this, but the classic, like, so I did struggle with this one for sure.
I'm gonna take off the next one.
Yeah.
Which I'm moving down again. I already gave my argument for this
Yes.
one. We have House of the Thousand Corpses versus Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Right.
Again, I gave it to Shaun of the Dead.
Uh-huh.
Because I didn't like House of the Thousand Corpses as much as I did when it first came out. If you remember, I told
Yes.
everyone to watch
Yeah.
that movie. I even like, I can't believe you haven't seen how like bougie about it, like a chip on my shoulder because I've seen a Rob Zombie horror movie. However, in rewatching, I was like, man, not as good.
Yeah.
And Shaun of the Dead, I just think stands the test of time with its comedy, with its lines, with the storyline. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I kept it with Shaun of the Dead. What about you, Derek? What did you pick this time?
So, writing again, Shaun of the Dead. I think what I love the most about Shaun of the Dead is that it was like a homage to tons of horror films. I mean, if you know any of the Romero films, even Lucio is referenced in the film, who we had, New York Ripper last season. Writing's just, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, stupendous. Obviously, House of a Thousand Corpses is a scarier film, but which one am I going to rewatch sooner? It's edged out a little bit because I like House of a Thousand Corpses, but it's getting edged out by Shaun of the Dead. So it's moving forward for me. What about you, Matt?
Yeah, I am in agreement with everyone.
There you go.
I did really enjoy House of a Thousand Corpses. I think my all-time favorite horror actor has got to be Sid
Haig?
Doctor. Yeah. I love him.
Oh, I know.
I mean, he's the same character and everything, but I love him.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, Shaun of the Dead, I can watch. I've watched it thousands of times. I'll watch it 1,000 more.
And the fans gave it to Shaun as well.
Another sweep.
Another sweep for Shaun of the Dead. Okay.
Let's see how it goes.
All right, Shaun of the Dead.
All right, next up we got Brain Dead versus American Werewolf in London. Matt.
Sure. Well, so this was another struggle for me.
Yeah.
And I actually ended up going with Brain Dead. I did write down American Werewolf at first, and I was like, you know what? Because I picked Brain Dead because the one scene where they're eating the pudding and it just just disgusted the shit out of me. And that is really the only, I mean, American Werewolf is great. And there was a lot of like bodily shit going on in Brain Dead that just grossed me out. So it gave me more of a reaction. So that's why I picked Brain Dead.
Yeah. So. Perfect. What about you, Shelley?
So surprisingly, I picked Brain Dead as well.
Oh, wow.
I actually really liked Brain Dead.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
although American Werewolf is to me like up there with the classics, they were revolutionary for the makeup that they did. It's a decent story. It's got love interest within it, which is really odd, but I like the movie. I would rewatch it, and I don't know if I would rewatch it, but I don't know. There was just something so weird and out there about Brain Dead.
Yeah.
And Brain Dead did what Suspiria couldn't. So I kind of am putting them in the same category where they're like older movies that I'd never seen before. So Suspiria just didn't keep my interest. Where Brain Dead, I was like, what is gonna happen next? Oh my gosh! And then I think the actor who played the main guy, I don't know his name. I don't remember the name of the character.
Yeah.
So
who played
sorry.
Lionel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought he he carried it very well.
Yeah.
Not to say that the lead in Werewolf
David
didn't.
Naughton. Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something that I went into it like dreading it because it was a Derek pick to be honest. And I really liked it, and I have to give it to Brain Dead.
I mean, a lawnmower for your weapon.
I
what the
know
hell?
that final scene.
That's so cool.
It will forever live in my memory as the best climax to a movie at the end. It's just a lawnmower just annihilating zombies left and right. Funny enough, I had American Werewolf.
Forward.
Wow.
So, for writing, I had American Werewolf, and for scarier, I had American Werewolf. Obviously, I'm going to watch Brain Dead sooner than American Werewolf, but if I'm being objective and I'm looking at it, I gave it to American Werewolf.
I know you changed something else there.
I know, but I'm still feeling strong about this.
Damn.
As I see things, if I'm like, I don't know, I'll move it. But yeah, so what did the fans say?
They picked American Werewolf.
Both of them.
Wow. Well, we're out, Shell.
I'm sad.
Sorry.
That's the second time me and Matt been ousted by the fans.
Hey, fans, you got to get involved next season.
Yeah.
So we got American Werewolf moving forward. Next up, we have American Psycho versus Malignant. Matt.
American Psycho.
Yeah.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a laugh. That's it. American Psycho.
Yeah. I mean, you've explained your love for the movie previously, so
Yes.
that's more than fair. Go ahead, Shelley.
I picked American Psycho as well.
Ooh.
Against Malignant.
2 American Psychos.
It's a rewatcher for me. Like, I'll constantly rewatch American Psycho, so.
For good reasons. Fantastic film. I actually went Malignant. I thought scarier film. I thought the writing was better, and I actually would rewatch it before I watched American Psycho. And that's saying a lot.
The writing was better in Malignant than American Psycho?
Yeah, I thought the story was a little bit more creative. There was more to it than American Psycho. It was just kind of a straightforward serial killer. Even though it was very creative with like the inner monologue of the psycho.
And did
Patrick
he really
Bateman.
do all that stuff?
And that's true. The ending is open.
Is he really Bateman?
Yeah. But I still I had to go into Malignant. I think the tumor killer and just like
just
fun and the backwards running lady. It was fucking crazy and I loved it. So that's what I had.
Come on, fans.
All right,
So
fans.
unfortunately, Brian's bracket is broke.
Oh no, it broke it.
So he was at Friday the 13th Part 2.
Oh yes.
Or wait, he had Suspiria against Friday 2, which both of them are out.
Yeah.
Sherry is not. She's not broke.
She's not broke.
She's got American Psycho versus Malignant as well. She picked. Okay, well, first of all, I picked American Psycho. Did
Thank
we
you.
say that?
Yes,
I picked
you
American
did
Psycho.
it, yeah.
So right now we're 2-1.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sherry picked Malignant, which would end us in a tie.
Sherry!
Get in here and change your vote right now. So I think since we're in a tie, we do have to diss the fan vote and bring it back to the original 3.
Oh, I think that's fair.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So in that case, American Psycho would be our winner.
American Psycho over Malignant. Are you thankful?
I am very thankful.
More than fair. I like that.
Yeah.
Because we got to move forward. Good job. American Psycho. Bye-bye. James Wan's Malignant.
You better pick a different winner.
I know. I'll do it on the fly. Oh,
That happened to me last year, I think.
I know. Yeah.
All right. So American Psycho is our winner against Malignant. Moving forward. So our next match is Shaun of the Dead versus American Werewolf in London.
Shaun of the Dead versus American Werewolf.
And that's my bracket right up to that point, too. I mean, everything's been pretty matched up. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
I'm sorry. So I just started talking.
Yeah, go for it.
Go.
So I picked Shaun of the Dead. I'm sticking with Shaun. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Shelly.
I as well stuck with Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
When we're looking at 2 horror comedies
Yeah, that's right.
against each other, Shaun of the Dead versus American Werewolf. Although some would argue, Derek, that American Werewolf was funnier.
No, I didn't say it was funnier. Go ahead.
You 100% said it was funnier.
I said both. Neither of them were that funny. And I said American Werewolf was scarier, and that's why I liked it better.
No, when we were. Anyways, we're not getting back into
No,
this.
we can't. Go ahead.
Here we
Anyways, I picked Shaun of the Dead.
Yes. So everyone knows. I pretty much just said it. But yeah, the reasons I went with American Werewolf in London. But yeah.
You picked American
Werewolf
You're
in
already
London.
beat because the fans went Shaun
And
of
I
the
was.
Dead.
I do have to say, I have prepared myself to lose out on Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, I know I'm against it, and it's more than all right. All right, so what are our finalists?
Our final 2 on the left-hand side are American Psycho versus Shaun of the Dead. I don't know how you're gonna pick, Matt.
Wow. Okay. Go.
So
Go ahead, Matt.
So I've seen.
Is this how your list is right now?
Yes,
You had it work into this?
I'm up to
Oh, okay.
my final on my list.
Good job.
So I it's been a while since I watched American Psycho. I've seen both movies multiple times, and I love both movies immensely. However, there's got to be a winner.
Yeah.
So I chose American Psycho.
Wow.
The writing, Bateman, like the characters, just everything about it was just flawless in my opinion. And Shaun of the Dead was perfect too. But again, if you're gonna hold 2 movies in front of me, I'm going with American Psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, just to speak to the
So sorry.
What about
just
you?
to speak to the fans really quick, because I don't know if we can even include them because they didn't have American Psycho versus Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
One had Friday Part 2 versus Shaun of the Dead, and one had Malignant
Versus Shaun.
Right.
Shaun of the Dead.
Did they-
Now, granted, Sean beat both those movies on
Okay.
the fan bracket.
Okay.
So
Just to take it into thought and consideration,
Yeah.
even though it's not the same picks.
Right.
For myself,
Come on, Shelly.
this is I'm very
I'm
interested.
sweating over here right now.
I'm very
And
interested.
the fan is moving.
do you
so.
remember Blockbuster
Yes.
and
Yes.
Hollywood Video?
Absolutely.
So back in the day, Hollywood Video had this like membership you could sign up and pay for. It wasn't like the free, like you could get a car and rent individual movies, but you could pay for their monthly membership and take out 3 movies every time.
I think I know where this is going.
Okay. I was told at one point by my sister, sweet Sherry F, to just fucking buy it on DVD if you keep renting it.
Here it comes.
And that movie was Shaun of the Dead.
Yep.
Shaun of the Dead.
You told this story. I remember this story.
I love
Damn
Shaun
it,
of the
Shelly.
Dead.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So
Derek.
Psycho, Shaun of the Dead, writing.
Derek, look at me.
They're both.
Don't look at Matt.
Derek, look at me.
Don't
They're
look at Matt.
I'm looking in the corner. They're both really good.
How many
writing.
times did you throw Shaun of the Dead away?
I would give
Stop it.
I would give the edge to the writing to Shaun of the Dead. I think, like I talked about, the homage to horror and everything that we love. It was a love letter to the genre, I think. Writing's going to that. Scarier. David getting torn apart at the end was absolutely brutal and awesome. What was the prostitute's name in American Psycho? The chainsaw scene was cool. If I'm matching the two up, I'm giving it to Shaun of the Dead for that. So rewatch. I mean, it doesn't matter because I've given the first two marks to Shaun of the Dead, but rewatch. Fuck, they're both like right there. It's so tough.
A lot of what you're saying is leaning to fucking Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah. So I mean, it doesn't matter anyways. 2 points went to Shaun. So Shaun of the Dead.
You son of a bitch.
All right, Shaun of the Dead wins it on the left-hand side.
Darn it to heck.
And
I love American Psycho.
Yeah.
Such a great movie.
Was that your film?
That was Shelley's.
That was a Shelley film.
Yeah, that was a Shelley.
All right, so we got our winner on the left-hand side. Let's jump on over to the right-hand side.
It's not okay, Shelley. It's not okay.
So
Is this Mother version 2.0?
Yes, it is. All over again.
Oh my gosh, poor
American
Matt.
Psycho.
Except everybody's seen Psycho.
That's right.
Still to this day, I'm begging people to see Mother. Nobody's seen it yet.
You've been begging for a year.
Yeah.
Plus. All right, so this is going to be interesting. First up on the right-hand side, we have Tammy and the T-Rex versus
Can we just
Insidious.
Move
Did
forward.
you consider
Nope.
Tammy, Matt? I'm just curious.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Did I consider Tammy?
Yes.
I put Tammy in there.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Okay.
I love Tammy.
Just to
what
be
did the
I
fans?
love
They
Tammy.
all picked Insidious.
Insidious. I
Everyone
know.
picked Insidious.
Listen. here's-
Actually,
go
Brian
ahead.
said, I don't care.
I don't. Whoa.
He put IDC, so
IDC.
I don't think he's seen either movie.
I gotta. Tammy is a fun movie. I'm not shitting on it at all, but I'm sorry.
No
Insidious.
shit on
So a
it.
lot of
No, but
these
I don't.
movies.
It was fun. It was so bad. It was good for me. So I enjoyed Tammy quite a bit. Are you gonna die? Oh, there it is.
pop.
I should have known. It was a fucking.
I was going
cough.
like this.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, so a lot of these movies too, like I think I said at our last podcast, are going to be like a lot of remembering.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, and I had to think about Insidious for a little bit, and Tammy, like
Well,
it's a ridiculous movie. I get
Because you
it.
just watched it.
Well,
it was sooner, but yeah,
yeah, but
it does have.
Wait,
It
but
does have a
didn't you also put it on in the wheel because you watched it last season for some reason?
Oh yeah, I think you're
Not
watching the
accidental,
off-season.
like-
oh
Wolf
yeah,
Cup.
no, I did.
You just
and
got
you're
got
right.
bored.
Yeah,
that
no,
you
you're
watched
right.
it.
I did see it last. I saw it and I was like, oh, I gotta throw this in. I've seen Tammy probably about 5 times.
Yeah.
because I'm ridiculous.
But
anyways, go ahead.
yeah, yeah, I think Insidious. moves
Yeah,
forward.
I'm sure
Sorry.
Insidious. Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry.
was prepared.
Tammy.
I wanted in my bracket to
No.
advance at least once, and then after that, it's gone.
I mean, what
Matt just wanted to talk
Cemetery?
about Tammy and the T-Rex again.
Which
Sort
is
of bring
fine.
it up.
More content. All right, next up on the right-hand side, we're going down to The Conjuring versus Rabid.
Why don't you kick it off, Derek?
All
My
right.
stomach just growled. I don't know if anybody.
Ooh, uh-oh.
So,
Someone's hungry.
Better writing, Conjuring, scarier, Conjuring. Which one would I watch again? Conjuring. It swept it for me, but I did enjoy Rabid. It was my first Cronenberg film. I'm trying to get into his work. Actually, no, I've seen The Fly back in the day, but Rabid was fun. But I'm sorry, you're against a juggernaut.
Sorry, armpit vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, little appendage. You're out.
Yeah.
What did you pick, Matt?
It was a dumb movie. Rabid was a dumb movie. So Conjuring, all
Yeah.
the way.
Conjuring.
Yeah.
It's unanimous. Unanimous.
Unanimous.
It's
Unanimous.
unanimous.
Yeah.
Conjuring across the board. Actually, Brian put IDC.
Again.
Poor Brian didn't get to watch every movie, but
we love you, Brian, for even
Trying.
for
Putting in a
joining and
bracket.
submitting a bracket, even though you missed some of the movies. We appreciate that, bud.
Conjuring wins it.
Conjuring is going on. All right, let's go back to the top of the right-hand side. Go to Pet Sematary versus Insidious. Shelly, how did you have this playing out?
So Pet Sematary is good.
Yeah.
I thought Miko Hughes is really good as a child actor, as what he did.
I still have questions about that, but
About Miko Hughes?
yeah,
I wasn't here for the Pet Cemetery
Oh.
recording. What
Yeah.
was the question?
well, my questions were like, how, like that's amazing acting. The crying, like the falling, like were there like some like
There was probably
like
little people,
little shoves,
little people,
little pinches
fun-
here and there and stuff. I mean,
You can ask him. He does the
Yeah, he jumps out the
convention
spooky.
circuit. So
Yeah.
anyways,
he's
sorry.
on Instagram. Just mess
Oh, I will.
He's very open to
So
people asking him random questions.
I'm obviously older than everyone here. I do not know how the fuck to use Instagram.
Oh my God.
I just can't do it. So
I
how
listen.
about I'll ask you to ask him
I
for me?
know. I joined Discord today, and
Ooh.
I am
Okay.
only because Fallout Boy.
Oh,
Did
okay.
Carrie tell you?
Jesus.
Ah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Fallout Boy, whoa.
Oh, that's my favorite band.
They invited on Instagram to join the Discord.
Oh, cool.
And I figured out what that fucking pink seashell was all the fuck about.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, long story, guys.
Yeah, long story indeed. All right. So what do you got?
Oh, so
What do you have?
but
winning?
Insidious, I really liked the franchise as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
I liked where it started as a first movie. I really loved the acting in Insidious. The red-faced demon is like one of my favorite scary guys. So I gave it to Insidious.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
Well, I went Pet Cemetery. I love Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite old classic horror movies. I did like Insidious, but it didn't win.
Actually, I think Insidious
me.
was your film too.
No, it wasn't.
I thought you brought Insidious
No, it
to us.
wasn't.
I thought you did.
You did.
Mhm.
I just listened to the episode. You did.
Okay, sure.
But
Did I?
yeah, you did
You
because you
brought
wanted
that
something.
and Conjuring.
You wanted
know I
something
did
that's
Conjuring.
You wanted something really spooky, and you
Okay,
saw that,
maybe
and
I
you
did.
thought it looked spooky. But yeah,
You'll get there. Don't worry, you'll start to forget. You just turned
Stop it.
40.
Just wait.
You
Stop
just
it.
turned
would you
40.
wish that on us?
You can edit that out.
No,
You don't
it's
want your name on there.
So Pet Cemetery, Insidious. I think even though Stephen King is the king of horror novels, I still like the writing on Insidious better. I just like the imagination and the creating the lipstick demon. He's just one of the coolest looking evil demon entities we've ever had in a horror film. Just amazing looking. Loved the what is the other side that
The Further.
Dalton go the further.
Further.
So the further was just fucking cool looking. I liked the world that they created. So yeah, Insidious is moving forward.
So we have two Insidious.
Yes.
Versus Pet Cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
Matt had Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Granted, Brian had Pet Cemetery versus I Don't Care. And Sherry had Pet Cemetery versus Insidious.
Okay.
Both of them picked Pet Cemetery.
Wow.
So that's a loss
Wowzers.
to Insidious.
It is a loss to Insidious. Look at that, Matt. They came through for you.
Yep.
Are you
maybe I'll
happy?
get one side of the bracket right.
All right, so I got to make marks on this because my list is wrong. All right, next
And
up
again.
we have
Continuing on down.
yes, continuing on, we have Nightbreed versus Smile.
Why don't you kick us off, Derek?
Yeah, so Nightbreed was a cool episode. We had Lisa and Roger R come out and record with us. They covered for you guys. That was a super fun episode. Nightbreed was a fun movie, but as far as writing goes, actually Nightbreed, the creation of these monsters and the what was I forget what the place was called.
The place they go to through the graveyard.
Yeah, they go through the gate and all the monsters
and
live there.
they're
And it's
down
free.
below and
So it's-
somewhere else.
It's very creative. Smile's creative too, but I think I enjoy the writing of Nightbreed a little bit
Not
better.
the further, somewhere else.
Yes, the other one. Smile is scarier. Definitely such a freaky and I love that he just used people's actual smiles. Just smile big and have dead eyes. It's creepy as shit. Very scary film. And then So that's 1v1. Which one am I watching first? It's going to be Smile. So Smile moves forward.
Thank you.
Are you holding your heart?
No, I had an itch.
Oh, okay, good. That's better. I don't want you to hold your heart. All right. No. So, Shelly, what do you got?
So they're very different movies.
Yeah.
And you have to give it to Clive Barker and the creatures in Nightbreed, but I think that's the only thing that holds a candle to that movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Is those creation and the creativity that goes into the characters that they put into that other world.
Yeah.
That we can't think of the name of right now. However, Smile scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Yes.
And although like some of the jumps were predictable, I still get scared.
Yeah.
And I thought it had its faults, but I thought it was pretty good for a new age movie.
Yeah.
And it came out during a very hard time to be released and still did a really good job. So I gave it to Smile.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I mean, so Nightbreed, it was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it reminds me of like the Dungeons and Dragons people all got together and wrote this movie.
Okay.
And it just
So a bit of fantasy.
Yeah, a bit of fantasy. And I think you had said you like the writing better in Nightbreed than Smile.
And like I said, Smile was creative too, but I think for like creating a whole world and not just like doing this movie on how you pass on trauma, I just enjoy that route better than
Smile. I thought the opposite. I thought Smile, the writing was so much better than Nightbreed.
Yeah.
That there was a lot more thought into it than oh, this is this character and oh, let's make this guy. But anyways, I picked Smile. I loved it. I thought it was great. Like Shelly said, it was very scary.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of jump scares in it. Some were predictable. And like Ed said, this movie is reminiscent to me and my my continuing dream as a child. So,
that's
I love
right.
this movie. Yeah.
All right. What about the fans?
Sherry picked Smile versus Nightbreed, and Brian picked Nightbreed.
Nightbreed, okay.
Smile clearly won it.
Yeah.
We get it, Brian. It's a good movie, but unfortunately,
Settle down,
Smile's
Brian.
moving on. Yeah, Brian.
Just settle down.
So Smile's moving on. I just looked at the next battle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh gosh.
All right.
Sometimes I feel like, why do we have to talk it out? Is there
there won't
really
be much.
anything to be said?
We could do a 1, 2, 3 on this
Okay,
one.
let's do. All right, next battle is Ginger Snaps 2 Unleashed versus The Conjuring.
Unleashed.
1, 2, 3. The
Ginger Snaps
Conjuring.
2.
Shut
Oh,
up. Matt.
The
Conjuring.
The only redeeming thing about Ginger Snaps 2 was Ghost. I love that character. That's the only positive.
her.
That's the only positive I'm going to say about it. Let's move on.
So the Conjuring one.
Yes.
Just in case you were wondering, our fan,
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry.
Sherry picked Conjuring, and Brian had Ginger Snaps 2 versus I Don't Care because I guess he didn't see The Conjuring or
okay.
Rabbit.
Okay.
However, he picked I Don't Care over Ginger Snaps 2.
Perfect. That makes sense.
What if I Don't Care doesn't win? Oh, shit.
It makes it pretty far. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, man. All right. So next up on the right-hand side at the bottom, we have The Exorcist versus Puppet Master.
All right, why don't you kick this off,
Yeah,
Matt?
Matt, you
Because
pick
Puppet
this.
Master, I think Exorcist, no, that was a fan pick.
Yeah, Exorcist was Jamie
Jamie.
F.
Yeah.
Jamie came to that one.
And then, yes, I did pick Puppet Master.
You picked it over...
No. I'm saying I chose.
I was like, please explain.
No.
Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, as much as I love Puppet Master, and I think it's just a funny movie, you have to go with Exorcist. I mean, it's a David Goliath. I mean, it's
Situation.
there's no question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah,
Shelly?
I mean, weird-looking lady puppet puking slugs or leeches or
That were
whatever she's
entertaining.
puking versus the original, like, exorcism
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
with such iconic music,
Tubular
tubular
bells.
bells.
So perfect.
The acting, I mean, Linda Blair.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, yeah, Exorcist.
Ellen Burstyn was phenomenal in that.
Yeah.
Exorcist wins it.
Yeah.
And I just remember I've watched the movie before, but I've never watched it I've watched it before, but then coming back and watching it again, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't remember some of the things she said.
Oh, yeah.
Like she said some pretty
It's
outrageous
raunchy.
shit. I was like,
Yes.
holy crap.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Puppet Master, you know, just like Matt, we watched this when we were kids. It was one of the first films I was actually able to sit through and watch. Even though looking back now, I was like, I probably shouldn't have been watching this with all the sexual overtones that were going on. But regardless, you know, Exorcist was the first film that I gave a 5 to in this podcast, and that's for good reason. I think William Blatty's novel was depicted perfectly by William Friedkin. It's greatly written. It's one of the only films that I think stands the test of time. There's no reason that it doesn't just absolutely demolish Puppet Master.
Yeah, everyone picked
The
Exorcist.
All right, The Exorcist is moving forward. Back up to the right-hand side, we have Pet Sematary versus Smile.
Matt, why don't you go? Because I think your bracket's still intact.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is. So this one, as much as I love Pet Sematary, Smile just outshined it. It was just a great movie. One of my favorite movies of this bracket was Smile. So yeah, I picked Smile.
Shelley, what about you?
Yeah, so looking at not Exorcist, sorry. Pet Cemetery versus Smile, because I had Insidious still.
Yeah, so did I.
So I guess for all the reasons that I originally had Smile beating Insidious, I'm going to let it be Pet Cemetery as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And keep that intact at least. But
yeah,
just looking at the two there. I mean, Pet Sematary is a very good Stephen King adaptation. I did really like Smile.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay with it.
Yeah, I agree with Shelley. Pet Sematary, great film. It's the creation of this, you know, Pet Sematary that reanimates these pets and kids. Just super cool. You know, Stephen King knows what he's doing. So better writing going to Pet Sematary. And like we said, I know Smile is well written as well, but I enjoy the writing of Pet Sematary better than Smile. So it's going there. Scarier,
I can
Smile.
get behind that. Yeah.
Scarier, Smile. And rewatching again, I'm going Smile before Pet Sematary.
And then
fans.
Brian's bracket is Cemetery versus Nightbreed. So we really don't have a...
Yeah.
But Sherry did pick Smile. She had Smile versus Pet Cemetery. So Smile's the winner.
Word.
Was that a sweep as well, right?
No, well, technically Brian did, but he had it up against Nightbreed.
Oh, that's right. So. Okay. All right. Going down to the bottom of the right-hand side, we have The Conjuring versus The Exorcist. Oof. Matt, take it away.
So, my bracket's still alive.
My bottom bracket's still alive. We'll see.
Yeah. So I picked. I did really enjoy The Conjuring. I thought it was a really good movie. Like you said, I liked the story. I liked the acting. But I had to go with The Exorcist. I mean, it's just such a great all-time classic movie. I could watch on repeat. I mean, it's just a great movie.
Yeah. Shelley, how about you?
Sorry, I was just looking at my sister's bracket, who literally got it right.
Ooh.
Her bracket is completely intact. I have no prizes.
Like both sides?
Right now, the complete left side is.
The complete left is.
I think the right side is as well.
Wow.
Nice.
Completely intact. Good job, Sherry.
Stealing the spotlight again.
Sherry.
Fuck her.
Sherry. Make her pay
Conjuring versus Exorcist. I went Exorcist. It's just one of my favorite classics. Again, what is it? Columbia Harbor House?
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Publishing.
What
was it called? Where you ordered the things.
I think it was just called Columbia
House.
Columbia House.
Or BMG.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Where you could like look through the magazine and order DVDs and CDs and stuff like that.
I think that was, did Columbia House do DVDs? I
know
they did tapes.
Someone
later,
did DVDs.
Later they did.
Okay.
We were in the mix.
Because BMG, I'm sure
tapes.
we still owe BMG and Columbia House
You
money.
never paid them.
Well,
anyways,
you never paid? How dare?
I got Exorcist.
Yeah.
From them.
Oh, wow.
So.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it was one of my picks. So it's
so
a good
funny.
classic movie. So yeah, I went Exorcist.
Oof. Yeah. For this, actually, both these films were 5s for me this season. The writing, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go The Exorcist on writing. The Conjuring, though, I think well written. It's based on quote unquote true events, so I'll give it a slight knock for that. So I'll go The Exorcist writing. Scarier, The Conjuring film is scarier for me. Even though I almost said Pet Cemetery. Even though The Exorcist stands up to today. So which one am I rewatching first? I'm gonna go The Exorcist. I'm gonna rewatch The Exorcist first. So yeah, The Exorcist moves forward, and I changed my mind. That's another one. I changed on the right hand side too. But
you wouldn't have won anyways.
Oh yeah.
It was Exorcist one from our fans as well.
Chopped off. Oh, there you go. So boom, all that dramatics for nothing.
Right. I changed my bracket.
All right.
You would have had to anyways. Make sure you scribble.
All right, guys, time for the final on the right-hand side, Smile versus The Exorcist. So this is going to be on the fly for me because I didn't have any of these films going to the final.
Well, I'll kick it off.
Originally, so please take.
Again, shoot. It's a very hard one. We had some really good movies this year.
This is probably, so this is my bracket up to this point too.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably one of the toughest ones I've had between any of them.
Yeah.
These two pinned up against each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I went with Smile.
Oh, okay.
I really like Smile.
Yeah.
So I'm just I went with Smile.
I think, and we do talk about The Exorcist now. It stands the test of time, but there is something about Smile that the whole film, you're just very uneasy because there is this entity that can take any person, anything. So the whole time you're just on edge. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna jump in and figure out mine. But so which has better writing? We'll go with The Exorcist. Has better writing. Smile is scarier. Smile is probably the scariest movie that we've watched this season, for my opinion. But Smile, scarier. Which one am I rewatching first? I am watching.
Did you just burp?
No, I was like,
oh no,
thinking, making clock noises.
I heard it too, but
did you?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it was in the back of my throat and I didn't notice it. But which one am I rewatching first? I am rewatching The Exorcist. I'm rewatching The Exorcist first. Wow, that's tough. Okay, yes, I'm rewatching The Exorcist first.
Stick with your gut.
You're gonna lock that in?
He's
Locked in.
Locking it in. All right. So for me, this was, like I said, this was a very, very tough one.
Yeah.
I love The Exorcist. Like I said, classic, great horror movie. Smile tripped me out.
Yeah.
I loved everything about it. So I chose Smile.
Oh, wow.
I thought Smile was phenomenal.
How about so that's two Smile, one, or I'm sorry,
Two
yes,
Smile,
two Smiles,
one Exorcist.
One Exorcist. How'd the fans go?
Sherry went Smile versus The Exorcist, and her bracket is intact. Full to this
Oh my
ending.
gosh.
Brian had Exorcist versus Pet Cemetery, but he did pick Exorcist.
Oh, okay,
but still, three
numbers
Smile,
three
two
to two.
Exorcist.
Yep.
Yay.
So look at that Smile.
That's my right side. My right side is right.
My right side's right too.
My left side went away.
Oh wow. Okay.
You guys
And Sherry's is completely right. I just want you all to see this.
Okay.
She picked it tit for tat. Everything.
Wow, that's amazing.
crazy.
Good job, Sherry.
Yeah, really. All right, guys, we're up with our final battle between Shaun of the Dead and Smile.
Which I had this match. I had this match in my final, even though
Did you
some
really?
of my bracket was
Oh, cool.
bad. This is my final. So.
Wow.
Yes. All right, so Shelly, take it away.
Hello.
Hi.
My name is Shelly. I believe these are both my picks. Did I pick Smile? Who picked Smile?
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, that was my movie because of my scary dream.
Because you're scared.
Scary dream.
It was.
Scary dream of the guy with the smile on his face and he's at my window.
So on one hand, you have horror comedy perfection.
Yeah.
A movie I will turn on anytime it's on. Watch again and again. Smile scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to use Derek's rating, Shaun of the Dead wins it.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at it overall too, I just really, really like Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it to Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
That's my winner.
Yes.
That's my overall winner. Against
Did you have
Smile.
Sean winning your bracket regardless?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
My final two stayed the same.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, there you go. Nice.
So, I just, not that Smile, I mean, you have no bad ones when you get to the final two here. They're both
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
films. But when I look at, my ratings and what I like and disliked, the acting's better in Shaun of the Dead. The writing's better in Shaun of the Dead. It's still got a little bit of a scare and gore factor, and it's funny. I just think it's a total package. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt,
Yeah.
what about you?
Well, so I was right up to The Exorcist versus Smile, and I went with Smile.
Oh,
I went with Smile just again, it's nostalgic for me because of the stream.
Yeah.
But I just loved it. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was scary. Shaun of the Dead, I actually had Shaun of the Dead versus American Psycho, and I went American Psycho.
Oh, yeah.
But Shaun of the Dead, so those three movies, like, no problem. I'd
Yeah.
watch them back to back. But yeah, so I chose Smile.
Nice.
So for Shaun of the Dead versus Smile,
Smile.
you're picking Smile.
Smile.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just
Only
double-checking.
because I just
Because I'm guessing you originally had American Psycho versus Smile.
I did, and my winner was American Psycho.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when looking at Shaun of the Dead versus Smile, you're going to go
Yeah,
Smile.
so
Okay.
because American Psycho beat Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
So that's why to pin them next to each other, I've got to choose Smile if I'm going to go by my bracket.
I gotcha. All right. So Sean versus Smile. All right. So writing, story. I'm like I said, Sean just with the homage to the horror. I love that. Even though Smile was good, I still like that writing better. So I'm going Sean on writing, scarier Smile. I'm rewatching Smile first before Shaun of the Dead. So Smile is my winner.
Well, we take it to the fans, right?
Well,
Yes.
We're letting the fans' voice matter.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Right now, we're 2 Smile and 1 Shaun of the Dead.
Yes.
Oh,
What do we got?
oh boy.
Sherry had Shaun of the Dead versus Smile in her final 2,
Ooh, okay.
and she picked Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
So that's
two.
2-2. Now,
Brian.
Brian didn't have Smile, though. He did have Shaun of the Dead versus Exorcist.
Oh, okay.
He picked Shaun of the Dead.
So was his final like Shaun of the Dead?
No, technically, it's his final was Shaun of the Dead. That was his overall pick.
Overall pick.
But his
Okay.
overall pick was Shaun of the Dead?
Yes.
Okay.
So
It sounds like
So
I
if
think that seals.
I don't know if we want to keep the fan vote in it because
Well, I think we
say we
have
do.
to.
I say we do.
Only because we've been doing it through the
Yep.
whole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at one point it was like when the picks don't match.
Yeah,
you can-
but it-
you
but
can
it-
take out.
right.
but
Got
it
it.
equaled out. So yeah. I want to go with what we've set up. We've invited the fans to be a part of this, and this is the fans moving the needle.
There you go.
So, winner of the 2023 Little Bracket of Horrors Deathmatch is Shaun of the Dead. Take a stand or take a bow. Edgar Wright, you magnificent man, you. And actually, oh my gosh, who was it who just came to Spooky?
Nick Frost
Nick-
from Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, Nick Frost was just at
Yeah,
Spooky.
you got it. Didn't
Yeah.
you get a picture
Yeah,
with him?
I sure did.
Right on.
We
Very
posted
nice
him.
gentleman.
We posted it. Yeah.
So who is your winner?
my original
Who
winner?
was your original N2?
Yeah. Who is your
Derek.
original N2?
My original N2 was Malignant and Insidious, and
Wow.
I had Insidious winning
Overall.
overall.
Your bracket
got
got
demolished.
fucked.
It did, but like I said in the beginning, I looked at this list and I saw like 7 films that I was like, all right, it's cool if that one wins, because everything was just there was this season was a ton of fantastic
Great
films,
movies.
and
Yeah.
I would like to contribute that to my 2 other co-hosts bringing movies in, and also opening it up to the fans, and then The Exorcist Jamie brought in.
Yeah.
American Werewolf was Sherry.
American Werewolf was Sherry.
Nightbreed was Lisa.
Lisa and Roger, and John sort of brought in Malignant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we just got a lot of good input from people and good input from you guys. So
Yeah.
it was a fantastic season. So Shaun of the Dead.
Shell, yours was Shaun of the Dead? Your
Yeah,
final?
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Nice.
that's awesome that you and your sister both had the same. but that Sherry was absolutely on. She was on point through the whole thing.
That's amazing.
Her bracket is completely right.
That's hilarious.
And like I was looking at it earlier, and we were almost completely the same too.
Yeah.
But
sisters.
Sisters.
That's
a song from White Christmas.
Yeah. I've been seeing TikToks about it. They got pillows with the two sisters singing. It looks real cute.
Nice.
So that takes us to the end of our second season. We'd like to thank everyone for being a part.
Yay.
And all the listeners that gave us movies. Pay attention to our socials. We're going to be asking you to give us movies for next season. So give us movies, get a chance to come on the podcast in one way or
call in or join us on the couch.
Yeah, and then
send a note in the mail
with a carrier pigeon.
With a carrier pigeon, yeah.
Write out your thoughts.
Write out your thoughts.
But yeah, with that, Matt, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I talked to Derek and Shelley about this, and I've decided to step back from the show. It's a little bit bittersweet, and I have to say, I just want to say thank you to both of you for including me in on this. And Derek and I started watching these horror movies years ago and just writing pen to paper, giving them stars and talking about these
we
ridiculous
did 3 movies, I think.
It was like 4. It was like 4 or 5
Oh,
movies.
you might be right. Okay.
But and that's why I got here a little bit later, because I was trying to find the damn notebook. I have it somewhere. But anyways, I've thoroughly enjoyed this. I'd love to come back and, fill in and stuff, but things are just really busy right now. It's,
He's a rock star.
Yes. Playing in a rock band.
Yeah, rock star with 2 kids and all these other stuff going on.
Your kids are also rock stars.
Yeah, right. But that's it. Yeah, so I'm just stepping back, and, I just want to thank Shelley for, coming in and hitting me with some knowledge on these horror movies. And I have to say, of the 2 years, we've been doing this 2 years now.
Yeah.
I am definitely a huge horror movie fan.
Hell yeah.
And I will continue to watch the movies that you guys put out. And if you need someone to come in, give me a shout if I'm available. Yeah.
You're not getting out of it so easy.
Yeah.
We'll check in on you.
Oh,
bring you in now and again.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Matt, thanks for,
Plus, I need your mics. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, thanks for doing this with us. I know this was born of, a couple years back when we were like, hey, we should have like a horror movie club. You and Jamie started a podcast, and, I never even thought of doing a podcast. And then when you talked to me about, hey, if you want to like do anything, we could start a podcast. And then I'm just horror movie obsessed. So I was like, oh, we can like do a horror movie club and like have a podcast for it. That'll be fun. So, thank you for planting that seed in me, and now it just has consumed my life. But thank you for everything. And like Shelley said, you're not getting out of this that easy. We'll be hitting you up. So just have your phone on this time so you can get our text messages and calls.
Yeah.
All right.
Look for us in the new year. Stay tuned to our socials, Facebook, Instagram. Not my handle. If you want to follow me personally, I'm at @Seeker_Shelley.
Yeah.
No, but at Little Bracket of Horrors on all social. Hopefully some new things for the new year. We want to get more into YouTube and TikTok and get that going a little bit more. But we need you. We need you guys. So stay tuned to the socials. Post your thoughts. We're going to be looking for movie recommendations again to be a part of it. And again, if you fill out a bracket, you might get to help us at the end of the season too.
They definitely mattered, and they swayed the decisions for the pod. So cool.
All right, awesome. Thanks, everyone. We appreciate y'all.
All right, so with that, I'm Derek.
I'm Shelley.
And I'm Matt.
And we will catch you on the other side.
I did it with you.
Yay.
I did it with you.
Thanks, Shelley.
How was I clueless that that's what was going to happen?
Of course, the
of
last
all
show.
the endings,
on,
I know. Of all the endings, I know.
I like to fuck shit up, bruh.
Did you color coach? That's very professional looking. No, that's your bracket. Good job.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it is. It's my band shit.
Oh, it's your band shit?
Oh, I was like, that says Rock House Live. I don't think that has to do with us.
Sorry. I don't want to expose my bracket quite yet.
Ooh.
And I made sure he fill out a bracket.
Oh, fun.
Hey.
Although
I did. If we want to,
like very much the same.
if we want to reference our stabs for any reason, I did print that out. If anyone wants to look at
that's
it.
cool.
Okay.
Yep. And speaking of my house.
Turn your fucking shit off.
That's right. We don't even have to spin the wheel now.
Who's at my door? The fuck is at my door? It's Lily.
That's not good.
Why is she?
We need it on air. We're on air.
Derek.
I love you to death. Oh my god.
To death. I don't need my phone.
I know we're running out of time, but if you guys wanted to take a shot or something, I do have some like.
I'm always good
coconut
for a shot.
rum.
I haven't eaten.
Okay. Yes. Let's not do that then. Let's not have it go off the rails.
That's why I'm trying to get out of here so I can eat
Yeah, definitely.
and go to Costco before they close at 8:30. Which I have to change it. I'm not buying ground beef at Costco, I guess.